and welcome to Get Kids Cooking Cook in a Box module scones. Today we will be making some delicious scones made from soda water, baking powder, self-raising flour and cream. The first thing you will need to do as the teacher is divide out the bulk flour into the large takeaway containers, along with the large containers with some soda water in them, and also the long life cream divided out onto the tables for the students to measure their own ingredients. These large containers can be between about 5 to 7 students. The self-raising flour will need a 1/4 cup measure, and the cream and soda water will need 1 tablespoon measures placed out. Each student will need a round takeaway container and a paddle pop stick for mixing. Each student can come and take one of these and get ready to do their measuring. The first ingredient to measure is 1/4 cup of self-raising flour into their mixing bowl. The next ingredient is the baking powder, and students just need 1 pinch of baking powder out of the little containers in with their self-raising flour. This gives it some extra lift. They then measure in 1 tablespoon of cream and 1 tablespoon of soda water. Using the paddle pop stick, they can now mix their scone dough until it all comes together, ensuring that they get right down to the bottom of the container and all of those dry ingredients mixed in. Once they've mixed their scone dough into a ball, they can take a nice pinch of the leftover flour onto the bench in front of them. This avoids the scone sticking to the bench. They can then tip out their scone mixture onto their floured bench and give it a very gentle knead. And we're going to shape it into a nice round scone. Once the students have shaped their scone into a nice round ball, they can go onto the baking trays ready for baking. The oven will need to be preheated to 200 degrees, and the scones will take around 8 to 10 minutes to bake until they're nice and golden on the top. Place all the scones onto the trays and into the oven for 8 to 10 minutes at 200 degrees until they're nice and golden brown. While the scones are baking in the oven, the students can be cleaning up their benches, scraping any excess flour off into their hands, back into their little dish, ready for washing up or recycling. A great tip for scraping down any excess dough on the bench is using the side of the paddle pop stick, just scraping it like this into their container. Once the scones are beautiful and golden and freshly baked, remind the students that the oven area is hot and the scones will be hot when they come out of the oven. Take the knife provided in your kit and all the scones can be cut in half, and each student can be served them on a napkin ready for eating. They can be served with jam or our home churned butter. So happy cooking from Get Kids Cooking.